one unheard message.
Hello there. My name is Lego101, and I would like to welcome you, new employee, to your new job as a night guard at the... Hold on a second. What? You look familiar, judging by the employee files I currently have. You're that FNAF Gamer Pro that worked at my Pizzeria Playhouse as a night guard in 2021. And it also says here that you got to the facility via an accident that has left you in a coma? Well, I'm not sure when you will wake up from it in the real world, but until you do, you're gonna have to watch over this place, since you're a night guard after all. Duh. Anyway, where was I? Oh, right, welcome to your new job as a night guard at the Lego101 sewer storage facility. I, Lego101, will be your guide throughout your new career path, or sometimes someone else besides me will guide you. Now, on to the basics. You have a monitor which should be on your desk or on the ground like a desk, and something like that, I don't know. And in the monitor, there are some cameras, which is very obvious, considering that most places with animatronics have cameras. Speaking of which, you probably recognize the animatronics on Cam 1. My robot counterpart, which is the red bear with brown eyes, Hama, H-A-M-A, who is the orange bunny, and Trevin, T-R-E-V-I-N, who is the blue powder fox with yellow eyes. You might also notice that they are damaged. The reason for this is because of an incident at Lego101 Pizzeria Playhouse that happened in 2021, which happened a week after you finished your final shift here. See, two people broke in one night and damaged the animatronics, although one person damaged them while the other person didn't. At least, that's according to the camera footage I was able to find. And the animatronics were so beyond repair because the workers weren't able to fix them, given that the animatronics were missing some pieces. And as a result, the place shut down for good, and that's why they're in this storage facility now, to rot away since they aren't usable anymore. Now, anyway, back to talking about the cameras. You're noticing that some of the cameras are dark, and that's because we leave the lights off until morning to save power, with some kind of lighting system. Although, if you notice on cams 1, 3, 4, 6, 10, and 11, the lights in those rooms are left on during night for some reason. It's some kind of bug in the system, and we're currently trying to fix the issue, but if you're having trouble looking for certain intruders on the cameras that are dark, we have a light toggle button on cams 2, 5, 7, 8, 9, and 12, which are the cams that are dark to see in question. It should be on the bottom right side of your monitor screen. To activate it, tap the button that says turn lights on, and it will turn the lights on in that room. And it'll also change the button title from turn lights on to turn lights off. Speaking of that, if you want to turn the lights off, tap the button that says turn lights off, and it will turn the lights off in that room and change the button title back to turn lights on. Also, as a reminder, the light batteries in the cameras that are dark are limited during the night, so use the light toggle button sparingly. On top of that, your monitor also has limited battery in it, so don't use the cameras way too much, or you won't be able to look at the cameras at all. Now on to the maintenance/help panel, which should be above you. If you open it, you will see some alarm buttons, and you will also see a reboot option for your camera system. You are wondering why it is there. Because, see, from time to time, the cameras will randomly shut off, and you won't be able to turn your monitor back on. So, if you see that happen, go into the maintenance/help panel and reboot the camera system. Though keep in mind, it will take a while to reboot, but rebooting the cameras won't work if you waste all your monitor batteries, so remember that. As for the alarm buttons in the panel, I would go into detail about them, but that will be saved for tomorrow's message. But just know that the alarms will scare some intruders away, okay? Anyway, that's almost all the basics, really. The first night should be a cakewalk if you think about it. Also, reminder, I'm not going to call you tomorrow night because I have to do a lot of paperwork, but don't worry, my robot plush bunny friend, Plush105, will take over tomorrow's message for me. So that way, you can at least still have some company, right? And with that statement, I wish you luck on your first day. Have a good night.
End of message.
Well. After 3 years of searching, I finally found all 3 of you at last. You know, last time I saw you all, you were all damaged at Lego 101 Pizzeria Playhouse. But when the place closed down in 2021, I've been on the run, looking everywhere for all 3 of you. And it looks like all that searching was worth it, as I finally found you all in a storage facility of all places. Anyway, now that I found you all, I am not only going to give you all life once more, but I will also make you all hostile again. And along with those things, I am going to possess the robot counterpart of Lego 101 again. I am now doing all this, not to try and kill everyone in the Pizzeria Playhouse. Place isn't a pizzeria, but I, along with all 3 of you, are now doing all those things to try and kill whoever's here. But then again, I do have a feeling that the FNAF Pro guy from 2021 is here. I could be wrong on that, but if he is here, let's just say we're gonna have a lot of fun again. I just know it. Now, anyway, time. Let's do this.
animatronics, I couldn't. So he did it himself.
You have one unheard message.
Hey. I assume you're the FNAF Gamer Pro that Lego 101 is talking about, right? If so, then I might as well introduce myself. My name is Plush105, and I'm taking over from my creator, Lego 101, because he is doing some paperwork. But don't worry, he left me some info for what you need to do tonight. Plus, according to Lego 101 himself, he says that the info in question will be useful for you. Now, anyway, according to him, when Lego 101 and the facility workers came into the room on Cam 1 in the sewer storage facility this morning, two of the animatronics have woken up and started to act hostile towards everyone, especially my creator, Lego 101. He said that the robots that became active in question were the red bear, which is my creator's robot counterpart that has a voice box inside of him, and the orange bunny who is named Hama. Why that name now? On top of that, he said that when Lego 101 himself went to the office, he pulled up the maintenance/help panel, and when the robot counterpart of Lego 101 and Hama were both at the left office entrance, he tapped the left alarm button to scare him away. And what my creator learned from this is that they both don't like loud sounds now. Yeah, unfortunately, shock buttons are not going to stop Lego 101, the robot counterpart version, and a steam button is not going to stop Hama this time. Along with that, he thinks that the robot counterpart of himself, the red bear, and Hama will not always go to the left office entrance. He thinks that they will go to either the left office entrance or the right office entrance. So just in case, keep an eye on them through the cameras, because who knows? You'll probably know which office entrance they'll go to. Or maybe not, I don't know. As for how you can defend yourself against them, if you see 101 or Hama at the left office entrance, go into your maintenance/help panel and tap trigger left alarm. But if 101 or Hama are at the right office entrance, go into your maintenance/help panel and tap trigger right alarm. Also, reminder that the alarms do have a cooldown state upon activating them, so remember that. Now, anyway, that's all the info for tonight. Just remember the info I told you tonight, and you will do fine. I'm sure of that. Also, reminder, be sure to conserve your camera power, because if you don't and you run out of it, you won't be able to turn back on your monitor, okay? Oh, right, I forgot. This is a pre-recorded message and you can't answer it. Oops. Anyway, hopefully I will talk to you again soon, and have a good night. See you again soon.
End of message.
Get ready. Having fun yet, player? I bet you are.
What my friend did for the animatronics that night was unforgivable. But what happened after the dismantling is the reason we became animatronics in the first place. hostile behavior.
For you to help you get settled in on your first night. I actually worked in that office before you. I'm finishing up my last week now, as a matter of fact, so I know it can be a bit overwhelming, but I'm here to tell you there's nothing to worry about. You'll do fine. So let's just focus on getting you through your first week, okay? Let's see. First, there's an introductory greeting from the company that I'm supposed to read. It's kind of a legal thing, you know. Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, a magical place for kids and grown-ups alike, where fantasy and fun come to life. Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for damage to property or person. Upon discovering that damage or death has occurred, a missing person report will be filed within 90 days or as soon as property and premises have been thoroughly cleaned and bleached and the carpets have been replaced. Blah, blah, blah. Now, that might sound bad, I know, but there's really nothing to worry about. The animatronic characters here do get a bit quirky at night, but do I blame them? No. If I were forced to sing those same stupid songs for 20 years and I never got a bath, I'd probably be a bit irritable at night too. So remember, these characters hold a special place in the hearts of children and we need to show them a little respect, right? Okay. So just be aware, the characters do tend to wander a bit. They're left in some kind of free roaming mode at night. Something about their servos locking up if they get turned off for too long. They used to be allowed to walk around during the day too, but then there was the bite of 87. Yeah, it's amazing that the human body can live without the frontal lobe, you know? Now, concerning your safety, the only real risk to you as a night watchman here, if any, is the fact that these characters, if they happen to see you after hours, probably won't recognize you as a person. They'll most likely see you as a metal endoskeleton without its costume on. Now, since that's against the rules here at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, they'll probably try to forcefully stuff you inside a Freddy Fazbear suit. Now, that wouldn't be so bad if the suits themselves weren't filled with cross beams, wired, and animatronic devices, especially around the facial area. So you can imagine how having your head forcefully pressed inside one of those could cause a bit of discomfort and death. The only parts of you that would likely see the light of day again would be your eyeballs and teeth that pop out the front of the mask. Yeah, they don't tell you these things when you sign up. But hey, first station of the breeze. I'll chat with you tomorrow. Check those cameras and remember to close the doors only if absolutely necessary. Gotta conserve power. Alright, good night.